Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. I'm speaking to two Australian music superstars. I love them, you love them. Please welcome Paulini and Tim Campbell.
Hello.
Hey, so how are you both?
We're great. Sorry, I'll
Yeah,
speak for myself. Pauline's
you
probably sick of
start, you
me, but
start.
I'm great. But I'm great. No,
Me
it's
too. Look, I'm absolutely enjoying this tour. I love working with Tim. The audiences have been absolutely amazing, so I can't ask for more. It's been a blessing.
Phenomenal.
yeah, it really has. And we're about halfway through the tour now. So, and of course,
Yeah.
it's a really good kind of warm up and rehearsal for Adelaide, of course, because that's where the party's at every tour.
I
Radelaide, Radelaide.
No, it's been awesome. Like I was saying to you before, it's just the reaction at every show, and then that's not trying to overinflate or trying to be as a salesperson here. Like every show
Yeah,
has just an incredible reaction, and we hope for that. We obviously, for our love of 80s music, and not only 80s music, but 80s culture and everything that we did in the 80s, and heading down to the corner store and going to Brashes and getting your favorite music and ordering big lunch at school and whatever 80s is for you and your experience. It's just celebrating everything that's so much joy and fun in the 80s.
yeah.
And we go, can we go back? Can we all jump in a time machine with Marty McFly and head back there?
Right, right.
What happened in the 80s did not stay in the 80s. It has lingered on forever. Now, we have said, I mean, obviously the tour is on at the moment. We haven't said the name of the show. It's called Electrifying 80s, and it kicked off 20th of March, ages ago, and runs right up until the 27th of June. I think there's about 367 dates that you've been doing. It's crazy. Um,
Look, I'd do 368 if we could.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I've got to ask you. So, what is it? I mean, we all know, Tim, you have got a massive love of the 80s music because I've seen you do a couple, there was high school, what was that called?
Oh, High School Disco.
High school.
Yeah.
So, I've seen you do stuff with the Adelaide Cabaret Festival. Of course, the tours, other tours that you've done, you always throw in a good couple of 80s bangers. But Paulini and Tim, what do you both love about the 80s music?
Oh, look, okay, I'll start. I love the 80s because I basically grew up listening to all of that stuff. You know, my older siblings, they were listening to it. The music is incredible. It's timeless. It lives on. Like that's why you have, artists now just remixing all of them over and over again because they are timeless and people still know them. People, once they listen to that, that little kind of riff here and there, it takes them right back to where they were when everything was free and joyous, all of that type of stuff.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and
I was going to say they certainly live on because I've got two albums that I always play from the Young Divas, and most of those songs are 80s and they are brilliant.
Well, yeah, that's a perfect example, and for me, the artists are just timeless. I absolutely love the voices of that decade. I love the style. I love the soundtracks that they'd kind of put together. It was just a great time for music.
Agreed. And look, I mean, so many of the ones that we loved and cherished and put on pedestals aren't even with us anymore. We've got the
Yeah,
Princes, Michael Jacksons, the Whitney Houstons, the Tina Turners, all of them
I
are no
know.
longer. I mean, thank God Madonna's still here and kicking it and about to bring out a new
Yeah,
album. Yay.
yeah, you're
But
right.
that period, both of you, who was your favorite ultimate go-to 80s star?
I mean, look, I can say my absolute first album that I bought after I was a paper boy and got my pocket money together was Lionel Richie Dancing on the Ceiling. So I
Yeah,
had so much Lionel Richie. I had Billy Joel that I loved. I had, of course, Madonna and Whitney, and I just fell for the pop music. And there were so many different kind of genres that were sparking up. And I guess the reason we call it Electrifying 80s because we really love the electronic sounds of the 80s that started, and we really build that into our show as well. And they're really
mm,
identifiable sounds. And yeah, so I was, I mean, a lot of them, as you say, who are still around today, and whether they've passed, their music is timeless. Their
yeah,
legacy will always move on, it will live on,
that's right.
and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to celebrate their legacy, but also just remember a time when, and yes, I was born in 1975, so the 80s is where I grew up and learned everything. And it happens in the show. You hear the first riff of, Power of Love by Huey Lewis, or, Eurythmics' Sweet Dreams. And we do a great duet of Against All Odds, Phil Collins, and people just hear the opening riff and they say, oh, and that's exactly what we want the show to be and has been. It's just that not only when we talk about the great other times of the era, the movies, like I say before, just the things we did as a child or teenager, but just the music itself just gives that sense of, God, that was such a great, fun era. And look, you say it never leaves. You can look at my wardrobe, but definitely the 80s has never left. But that's
you should
what we
see
want.
his shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole different thing.
I didn't have to go costume shopping for this show. It was perfect. It was easy.
I'm ready to rock out the whole Twisted Sister look. So, I hope that's going to get made.
Perfect.
Paulini, who was your go-to? Who was your ultimate?
Oh, of course, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, but mostly Whitney.
Yeah.
Like when she burst onto the scenes in the 80s, I was just like, I remember watching, was it Want to Dance with Somebody? And is that the one where it's all different colors and she's got that headband on and the hair?
Yeah.
I remember watching that and I was just like, I want to be like that. This is what I want to do. And I basically have never looked back. I mean, she's one of the most amazing singers of all time, I think.
Of course, the 80s was the huge period where music videos came out and we had bangers, colorful, all of that. Hey, fun fact though, I'm going to ask you, when MTV was born, which was in the 90s, 80s, what was the very first music video clip they played? Do you know?
Oh,
the first
thing, because it just closed up shop. Well, finally closed up shop recently.
Yeah.
Geez, I'm going to guess. It's a complete guess. Was it Starship's Nothing Going to Stop Me Now?
No, but you're on the right track. And, once I say the name, you're going to be like, oh my God, of course, it's the first one. It was
your final countdown?
Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh,
the irony, yes. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
How much stuff I know about the 80s. I'm surprised you didn't ask me to be part of the group. I don't know. I mean, there's still time. Adelaide,
you know what? Yeah. I will send you the set list, and whether it's a dance solo, whether it's a vocal solo, I'm totally up for it. Whether it's a fashion parade with your Twisted Sister, bring it on. Totally up for it.
I'm going to ask you both a bit of a tough question because this was quite a contrary for me. But was it Madonna or Cyndi Lauper for you?
Oh, okay. I can easily say Madonna.
Yep.
Because I just think everything else that she look, if we want to talk about, obviously we'd say Madonna isn't the greatest singer in the world, but what she brought to the 80s and what she brought in pop culture, even beyond her music, is, I don't think maybe younger people may not appreciate that at a time when her civil rights movement and her movement for gay culture, LGBTQI culture, and even beyond that for fashion, for so many things, she was good. And she was, I mean, Paulini says unapologetic. Talk about someone who was just a driving force. Not to say that Cyndi wasn't as well in her, you don't want to fuck with Cyndi Lauper. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, you don't. She looks crazy.
But look, it's a hard one because I've seen them both in concert, and probably actually I've seen Cyndi Lauper more in concert, but just by circumstance. But look, the legacy of Madonna I think will have shaped a generation, absolutely.
Now, the hits just kept on coming in the 1980s, as per every other decade as well. But how do you go about putting together a show and choosing your favorite songs? Because that wouldn't have been easy.
No, look, we did think, can we hire the venue for 5 days and will they bring a sleeping bag? That was, and then we went, no, we need to cut some songs. Let's just say there's a lot of medleys in the show because we really want to touch as much as possible. And look, I know for me personally, I just fell into the pop of the 80s. I was so much so that I don't care if you look at me badly and say I love Stock, Aitken and Waterman music. So there you go. It was very difficult. And I guess we didn't find it difficult saying you're singing that and I'm singing that. I mean, obviously not touching Whitney, for God.
I'm surprised. Why didn't you do a Whitney solo?
There's a couple of I sing a Bananarama song in the show, and like I say, Against All Odds, we've turned into a duet, and there's a couple of things we've done with songs ourselves. But Yeah, look, it was actually cutting it down. It was trying to cut it down to an actual show, but we touch on a lot. We touch on great songs from movies. We touch Madonna medley, obviously, and Whitney as well. But there is a Kylie and Jason medley in there too. So, correct. And there's another Aussie kind of rock, 80s rock with Rick Springfield and INXS and look, and technically, I mean, I want to say Daryl Braithwaite makes it to the show, but Ricky Lee Jones, of course, in 1989 wrote The Horses. So it's an 80s song. Daryl just, happened to cover it in the 90s. So it made the show as well.
That goes off, by the way.
Paulini, what's one of your favorite songs that you are performing in the show?
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm really loving the Madonna medley.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's kind of becoming my favorite now. But like at first it was with the Whitney, but now it's kind of switched over to the Madonna medley. It's just such a great like medley. We start off with Like a Prayer into Papa Don't Preach and then Express Yourself, and the audience just goes absolutely, like they just go off. So that's
bring your comfortable shoes for sure. Absolutely.
Yes. So you're gonna dance the night away.
Do we get to experience much daggy dancing?
Oh, on stage, yes. Hello. But yes,
we both do daggy dancing. I feel like I've looked back at a few video clips and I'm like, oh my God, what is that? What are you doing? It's one of those. Yeah, Paulini, you can't control your body.
Paulini still can't get used to me doing like the Rick Astley dance as well. Like she just.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What are you doing, you weirdo?
You're never going to give that up.
Correct, exactly.
You remember the clubs in the 80s where all the women used to put their handbags in the middle of, the dance floor and they all danced around it? I think, bring your handbag, honey.
It's like the handbag. It's the handbag campfire, we used to call it. Like, you kind of warm up your hands.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, did you ever go to a blue light disco? I remember the blue light discos where toward the end of the second last song would be a bit of a slow dance before. I remember now Diana Ross Chain Reaction was like the #1 at the time. We were watching on radio or MTV, but they'd have the slow dance, and so all the guys would line up on one side of the room and all the girls on the other. And as long as your arms could be, so you're like, because you don't want to get girls' germs, you had to kind of you just touch their waist, and it was like this whole line of 50 people swaying side to side in the same motion, just because you had to do the slow dance. And then we're back to the end to get back to the DJ booth. It was brilliant.
Both of you, what do you think would be the worst fashion disaster in the 1980s that should have never come out of it?
Oh my gosh, is it the mohawk? What is it?
The mullet.
That needs to go. That is like, that just needs to go.
Well, you could say the mullet, but the AFL players have stolen
the mullet.
made it a thing. So, I guess it's back. Yes. I would say, okay, I can hand on heart, and I confess that I had a flat top at one point. So your hair was up, and then you just had this flat thing at the top. Yeah. And then, of course, you had to use the new wave gel, whether it was red or blue.
Oh,
and
my God.
the side of your hair to slick it back, that you just have red or blue stains for the rest of the day. So, yeah, that was me.
All the flakes.
So are we getting costume changes in the show?
Well, we do actually, but we're not dressing up full 80s because we kind of wanted to celebrate the music. So it's kind of like our version of bringing the music, and it stays alive anyhow, but making it new. But there are some people who have dressed up in full, like, Madonna punk outfits or whatever they do, or Twisted Sister is very, very welcome as well. But yeah, there's a couple of costume changes. There's also, look, you'll also see a couple of moments in the show. We've got, because to make it a bit electronic, we've got our band, plus we've got a DJ. And I mean, I remember the old school DJs where it was like 3 traffic lights and, putting the 12-inch discs on, and that was the way they used to DJ. But that helps with our electronic sounds. But our DJ gets into a bit more. There's a couple of like late 80s rap moments. There's this awesome moment where Paulini sings with Susie Ahern, who's been singing in our band for decades.
Love her.
It's a brilliant moment. And then look, we've checked the insurances, and I think we're covered everywhere we go. That when we sing "The Time of My Life" from Dirty Dancing, there is the lift, but just be prepared. Yeah, I'm not as young, but there is the lift, so stand by for the lift.
If
Yeah.
Paulini, if you're not available for that for whatever reason, Paulini, I'll stand in for you, okay?
All right. Okay.
Oh,
I'll remember.
awesome.
I'll remember.
Just in case. You might get a whole heap of hair in your mouth, Tim. That's the only problem.
That's all right. Look, you and Susie Hearn have the great dreads that yourself.
Yes,
Perfect.
So, like we said, everyone, Electrifying 80s, starring Paulini and Tim Campbell, kicked off 20th of March. The tour is happening now. It hits Adelaide on Friday, the 5th of June at Norwood Concert Hall. Going to be massive. Not many tickets left, so make sure you get your tickets quickly, everyone. And then wraps up on Saturday, 27th of June. Fun fact, my birthday is 28th of June. So you have got time to come to my place for a party. It's going to be good.
Well, we've now sorted the tour wrap party is sorted, done. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you both one more question. I've been really gentle on you, let's be honest. I've been very kind, but I'm going to go really hard now, all right? I'm not letting you off the hook, my little scallywags. Both of you, all right? The show is over in Adelaide. You've done your meet and greet. You say, Markus, can you just take me to the closest karaoke bar? We go to the karaoke bar. You have a couple of scotches, gin and tonics, whatever it is. You get on the microphone. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh. Oh my God, okay. Back in the day, it used to be Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm going to keep this one 80s. What's my 80s go-to? I mean, we can certainly kind of crank out a bit of Time of My Life again. It depends how drunk people are. You know what's always really good, but only if you're drunk, is Love Shack.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
But we could certainly do a duet of that. Otherwise, oh God, yours would have to be a Whitney, surely. Is that your go-to?
Yeah, absolutely. Whitney, want to dance with somebody.
Love it.
I might steal. Anthony's is always Richard Marx right here waiting, but he always has a pseudonym that he's someone else. So I might steal that one from him.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Tim and Paulini, thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to seeing the show when it gets to Adelaide. It's Electrifying 80s, everyone. Go out, grab your tickets. I'll put the link in the post for the video. And all the best, you guys. And thank you for keeping the 80s music alive.
Awesome.
Thanks, Markus.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you.